I hate when guys text you, did you take the plan B? No. I forgot.
probably 5 days, 6 days each.
Now you married out there, or you just go out there?
Well, I'm not. Well, I made this announcement on my show the other day. I'm getting a divorce. My wife and I have been separated for a year, but I was still traveling when I was married. That wasn't.
So you live out. Your wife is from out there. Y'all live out there. Y'all live in out.
No, my wife is from Dominican. My wife is from Dominican Republic.
She's okay, and where she's at now? You don't mind me asking? She's with you now.
She's in the States. She's in Atlanta.
So, y'all getting a divorce?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys getting a divorce due to her being Americanized, like starting to being around American people?
No. Actually, we're still cordial. We're not like Ike and Tina in it.
I would think, why would you guys be getting a divorce?
Wait, hold on. Let him finish, and then you can finish asking him. Go ahead, Pablo. I'm sorry.
So the why is like a lot of people. Eventually, you don't have the same goals. You don't want the same things. You want to go left. She want to go right. So the why has nothing necessarily to do with her being a foreigner. It's just that she have a different vision of where she wanted to go with her life than I had with mine. Now, I'm not perfect. I did my share of things that I probably should not have done. But I also did some of hers.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we're still cordial and I want to say not. This is not a battle or a fight. We have come to an agreement. It's on paper. It is agreed to by both. We're not doing mean shit to each other. It's none of that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's interesting to me that Black American people always think that a breakup means that you hate the motherfucker. And I'm like,
no, I didn't think you hate her. But I get what you're saying. You just was just addressing that.
No, I guess you know what it is. I guess because people hear in the space a lot that men go overseas to find a better woman, submissive, and do it. She's way better than Black American.
Let me. She still is better than any other women I had before.
Right.
So why you guys can't make it work?
Hello, welcome to the Cast Rain channel. As you know, I go by Cast Rain. Today is actually really a sad day, personally, and the reason why I say so is because I've noticed a lot of us men, or a good portion of men, besides the ladies, we said this is better, this is perfect, and we throw it on a lot of the opposite sex that there is somewhat of a better deal, which possibly might be. But are we being very transparent to other men of this thing we call marriage? Oh, before I go into more detail, but this little rant, if you're new to the Cast Rain channel, you know the drills. Hit the red button, hit the top notification bell for uploads and live streams here in the Cast Rain channel, I guess. Also, follow me on Twitter at CastRain7. And add me as a friend on Facebook, Eric Ray on Facebook. And also, last but not least, join the Discord service of the Chaos Rain channel. As y'all know, the title for today's stream is, let me see the title. Can passport prevent one from divorce? Now, as you know, like most majority of us Black folks, men especially, we know that divorce rate here in America, as it stands, is pretty high. Very high, actually. And it's so high that one has to really put the thought and be very cautious if marriage is really the way to go. Now, as you know, I'm not against one man getting married, depending what age he is. But it's been clear that we're not knowing the real ins and outs to the point where is it really cost benefit or is it worth it? Marrying not just women here in the States, but women in general abroad. Now, before I continue, let's run more of this bean footage to see more what's going on here.
One, it takes two people to want to make it work.
Yeah.
Right. All right, but real quick, let me get this. Oh, I'm sorry, you still talking. Go ahead, Pablo.
So what I'm saying is, I still, because of my experience, I still will get married again. I still will get married again. And you see where I am right now. I'm in Medellin, Colombia. Do I look like I'm deterred?
Absolutely.
So you still so are you at this present time looking for a new wife? Is it safe to say?
Oh yeah. I will get a new wife. I mean, I'm not gonna jump into it, but oh yeah, I'll get married again. No doubt.
Okay.
I have a question for you, Pablo. Have you ever been married before?
No, that was my first marriage.
Oh, okay, so there was really no woman here in America worthy of that commitment.
Now, mind you, as the man that's speaking out in his honest opinion and confession, and I respect the dude for being at least honest and transparent. But you know, there's not a lot of us men will be honest throughout the digital space on our actions and behaviors, especially one with said women, especially when it goes as far as marriage. And personally, for what reason why we like to be secretive is because as a whole, we don't want to take too many L's. Personally, a lot of men don't want to take no L's. That's why, you know, if we find some good going, we're going to keep pushing the illusion that everything's good on our side, everything's perfect. And that is far from the truth. And as y'all know, personally, if you notice one dude that committed that took his life, I think his name is Twitch. He himself was having things good and he's giving the illusion that everything is fine. But for one unexpected day or whatever, that things did not went well with him, he committed the cardinal of all, I can't say sin, but the things that no man or woman should ever do, and that is to take away one's life. And that's what he did. Now, from what I'm hearing, the rumors why he took his life is because of some money that he invested and lost big, really big. So by default, he feels that he has nothing further to live and he just takes. And you're going to find that time to time. Yeah, you're going to find that. But really, truly, we got to be honest with ourselves and people that's in front of us that if we're going to be moved through life, we got to not give too much delusion that things are always going well. Now, do we say we should tell about our business? Not really. But we got to be transparent that, you know, things could be a lot better. I'm going through some things. And someone you trust, you could probably disclose that if you trust them. But overall, don't be giving no front that things going well. Now, as you know, a good portion of men that's traveling abroad, and it is what it is. They're either going out there, which most men 20 and up to 40s, on the average, are not looking for wives. As you know, we're out there having the best time of our life. We're having fun. We're having a lot of casual sex with many women. Good portion that you're going to have to pay for, unfortunately, unless you're that type of Negro. And it goes beyond the game, the coach game people, the dating coach that always been harping and teaching and advocating a lot of men to really go out there and fail many times. Which, typical most men today are not in the business now, depending if they're millennials, Gen Zs, and etc. are not really so eager to go out there and really shoot their shot and get rejected. So the second best thing, since you might get rejected or whatever case may be, you're going to go to environments that potentially you don't have to work too hard, but nonetheless you're going to still get rejected, maybe. But over outside America, yeah, it's going to be a different feeling, different flavor, because you got what we call the American dollar. And let's be honest, like Mr. Pablo said, it is economically feasible that, if he's almost pushing retirement in another couple more years, I mean, your United States dollar bill doesn't go far in America with now the increase of inflation. So let's run more of this audio and see more into this. And I'm hoping that more people listen. Let's continue.
Pretty much.
Well, put it this way, there was some I wanted, but they didn't want me back. They gotta want me back.
Interesting.
It's a good point, actually. I can understand.
Right. There's
They
a lot
gotta
of
want me back. Do you hear all those women on Kevin Samuel's show that, and you ask them, you say, have you ever proposed to? And they say yes. And you say, well, what did you say? They all turned them down. Well, guess what? A lot of them not lying.
No, they're not. You're right. You're right. A lot of them are the ones that initiated the divorce or cut off the engagement.
Right. They don't. And thus my title of team players. They don't want to be team players. They want to be free agents. They want to be individuals. They don't want to play on the team.
Can't play with them. Can't win with them.
Can't win with them. Only
Can't do it. Can't do it.
About the crazy. Oh, I'm sorry, Nelly. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say real quick. Let me read these super chats.
Hold on, guys.
Hey, and I know y'all like Pablo. So if y'all like Pablo,
right,
y'all
guys.
like me, hit the like button.
And if you like
Let
me,
me answer Kevin real quick. Kevin Murray says, if good men like Pablo is getting a divorce, then I know I'll stay single. Hey man, appreciate the shout out, but hey, listen, I'm not a Boy Scout, Kevin. I'm not a Boy Scout. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right.
Now I'm not sure what he means by Boy Scout. Now we all know, Paco. Come on. You travel up to America and the DR, Colombia, or any third world country more than one times. You out there enjoying like it's the best of your life, man. Spend some money, getting some good sex or some play from the ladies, the Latina ladies. Maybe your, wife or soon to be divorced wife was not feeling that. And I think she is Dominican. That's my check. So obviously, Dominican ladies, unfortunately, don't really play that. Unfortunately. I mean, they just don't play that, John. Just like regular Western women up here. And look like you having a whole good fun time. So, hold on. I'm just checking something, guys. What's going on? So obviously, it's another statistic, another divorce in the workings. And personally, I remember me and Dr. Black talking about this, say there are ways to really limit this over 50 or more % divorce rate, especially in the West. And if y'all heard earlier in the stream that he brought his wife here, and I think they got married here in America. I mean, so a lot of people were concerned and saying that means he's going to be paying this woman alimony, whatever. And really, that's what the cost when you have to be the boss. you're gonna be paying out when things don't go in your favor, and you have to like let her go. But you know, my biggest issue is that these dudes were promoting and pushing like this is the salvation of a lot of men, especially in America. That if I go date out, it's good enough. I can marry someone who will like me and marry me, and not have to worry about divorce. That's the biggest scam that anyone could probably promote at this point, at this time. And you know me, I don't like the scamming part of things, you know. Well, like I said, if things sound good and it's promoted well and advertised well, people are not going to question it. And to me, I find that to be problematic. But let's keep going on to this little tape here. All right. Where is this? Yeah. Let's go.
Please know that sometimes the things that I do are in response to other things. So, you know, I was not a perfect husband. I was not. But I wasn't a bad one either.
I appreciate that honesty to Chase.
What made you not perfect?
No, we're not going there.
See, now you present it, you have to explain why you're not a perfect husband. Because we as men, we might have flaws. And we're not sure what the flaws you had, Mr. Pablo. 1 second, people. All right, guys. Yeah, so as I'm saying before, you know, that should be something to be more examined for moral life lessons. Personally, there's some things unrivaled of why that is. But, you know, like I said, we always want to get in the business of a lot of these ladies why the relationship don't work. So we're no exception to the rule. Wait, who's ringing me? 1 second, guys. Nice. 1 second, guys. All right, let's keep going. Where was I?
The same thing that makes everybody
Hey, the
nervous.
people, the people got to learn, man. They got to learn from your mistake.
It's called being a human being. It's
No,
called being
we're
a
not
human
going
being.
there.
Pablo, you funny.
It's like, oh, yeah, then I go there and gotta do it. Well, okay, well, what did she do?
Hey, Pablo, you funny. You funny.
Man, I said what she did wrong, but really what you done wrong. Because to bring somebody from another country, marry her, bring her up here, and get married, and all of a sudden you have survived the statistic of not getting divorced in under 5 years. There has to be something to unpack here. Why are you getting divorced? And right, the young dude is asking a reasonable question so that everybody else learns, so they don't repeat the same mistakes. Especially they're entertaining a non-black woman, mostly Latina women, which is no different from the sisters. But actually, they are a little different in a way because, you know, they got the nice, you know, fair white skin, the real straight hair, you know, and their body's even natural, possibly even greater. But they're no different. They want to be treated just like every other woman. That's what it is. They want you to be honest, you know, do what you have to do, and don't sit there screw other women. And trust me, Latin women, they only could deal so much with the fuckery. Besides, they'll cuss you out in their language, and they might cut you Oh yes, they will cut you. But it's so sexy, you know. It's that Latina hate. Anyway, let's keep going.
He said, I ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Then I gotta say what she did, and I did, and you did this, and I did that. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, going down a rabbit hole. We don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to.
All right, so real quick, let me read the second super chat. Thank you, Marvel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. 1 second. All right. So we're speeding through this. Oh wait. Who's this? Oh, is it Ava? Oh, I didn't know you here. Hello, Ava.
Yeah, Nurse just told me about it. She told me you talking about can passporting prevent one from divorce?
Yes. We got Nurse and Nerd. Yes, how you doing? Let me center this. Oh, she's not ready yet. Okay. All right. Well, no, her device not set up yet. Yeah, I was running this clip because I'm not sure if you're familiar, Ava, that a lot of dudes been promoting, you know, traveling abroad, hopefully get married, do all this, right? In the sakes of how you could say it, finding love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now you're here. All right. And I'm thinking that's good. That sounds nice. But does one go abroad, find a mate, get married, either down there or back up here? Oh, you're muted. You are muted. You are muted. Yes, you are muted. How you doing, Eugene Still? Hold on. Yeah, you muted. Go ahead. Go speak. As you get your mic set, don't worry. I'm gonna keep talking. Yeah. One of them is now getting a divorce, and these guys been promoting, you know, traveling abroad to find love. You been hearing about this, Ava?
Yeah, I've heard about the passport wars. The SYSBM movement. Yeah, remix. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed one dude that was, I guess he said this in his own channel. Let me see if her mic's working now. All right, speak now. See if your mic's working. Oh. All right. Well, she'll text me. It's all right. Let me keep going. That he was upfront on and said, I think it said his own platform that he was getting divorced, and he went and told this another lady, which she is Hispanic, Dominican herself, that, you know, he's telling his story. And I guess a few dudes either shock. One dude was very much his content on, especially since this man revealed that he's getting divorced from his Latin wife. He was very mad. All right. Very mad. He was very mad to the point where he said he should never disclose that in public airwaves. And because this, now all the ladies or anybody that's
No, can't hear you.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna keep talking. Now that this has been coming out, and it's gonna probably make its rounds, Ava, that now they think that what these who's been thrown in a lot of sisters, a lot of American women's face, that, you know, they can't get divorced if they get someone that's not from here. And that is totally a lie, regardless if she's born here or not. And mind you, he brought her here from another country, and they got married for over a decade, which is longer than the average most Americans. Because most marriage now today, data-wise, is 8 years. And, you know, he's been married for over that, like over a decade, you know? So.
Well, I think there's like this revisionist history that a lot of people have about how it was for our grandparents and our great grandparents. For instance, when we were slaves, the average slave's lifespan was 7 years.
Okay.
Right? Of hard labor, right? They were 30 was an old person back then, right? That's why they were having children at 12 and 13. So when our grandparents and that, it was 15 years. People weren't living to 60 really, or 80 or 90. That was considered super old. 60 was considered like how we do 100. So I think when we are discussing the past, you were only married to somebody 15 years and then they died, and then you were on with your life if you continued, or maybe maybe you were older and you lived to your 40s, right?
Yes, correct.
Now people are living to 70 and 80. And although it would be nice to say we could end up with somebody for the rest of our lives, if we're getting married at 20, it's not to say it can't happen, but more than likely, 60 years of marriage is not going to be for everybody.
Yeah. I could see that now. Possibly, people that were a silent generation up to baby boomers, they could get to that. And I mean, when I mean baby boomers, I'm talking baby boomers that were born mostly early 50s, that you might get 40, 50 years.
I think the ones that are like,
I know some that got married that still married for over 40. But anybody that's still alive just before the early 1940s, you might find some grandparents that might be still married over 50 or 60. But that's a small percentage now. It's dropping. Because they're not living long. They're now transitioning out around this decade now.
Right, like
they're gonna be 80, so they're gonna reach the medium where this is how long you're gonna live on the average. All right, but go ahead.
So I think that's a little bit unrealistic, and I think another thing that's very unrealistic is I understand that for some men they're lonely, they want a wife, and I can even agree with them in how they feel about Black women and some Black women. I think where the issue comes is they're not whole people, right? Yeah. If you are not whole in yourself, if you are not confident in you, you can't be with nobody else.
Okay.
So I think that's where the problem comes, because the American woman, the American Black woman, is the easiest woman for Black men to have. Let's be clear.
All right. Unpack that a little bit so people can.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is something we don't talk about really, but in the diaspora, it is looked badly to date African American men. And the reason why it's looked badly is because your media.
Because you're the first time on my channel, can you give you a little brief background of yourself?
Okay. So my mom is African. She's Liberian. We have Egyptian. We have a lot of African countries, but mostly Liberian. And so
which
for
is American territory. Let people know what Liberia.
Well, no, yes. Yeah. So my great grandparents were African American slaves that went to Liberia, and they mixed with the native Liberians. So I have slavery on both sides. I have one that's in Africa.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
So, but even me as a Liberian, I have a very different outlook on being African as if somebody who is purely Nigerian.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
Nope.
Oh, you know, hold on. Before you continue, listen. Nurse, this is what I want you. Don't jump. Listen to me. Hear me good. Shut your computer completely off. Turn it off. She's not even listening.
But yeah, that's my. So I have a different stance on it, because if you talk to Liberians, they will say that my ancestors colonized the native people and treated them how the slave masters treated them. And I don't argue with them, because I'm sure a part of that did happen. I'm sure my ideology to them is very colonialist, because I think something that we don't talk a lot about, African Americans, although we are a rebellion of white people, we still are culturally closer to them than we are Africans in Africa.
Okay.
Our mindsets are closer to the Europeans than it is to the Africans in Africa, and you see that when you go there.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother conversation. But anyways, when you live in the diaspora, right? When you go and travel, what these men like is when you go to other countries, because you are American, I won't say they don't see you as Black, but you are treated better than the native Black populations. Mm-hmm. You are.
Okay.
So, and especially if you're going to a part of town that is very poor. Now, that's something I would not do. But if you go to a very poor part of town, you're going to be seen as how these men think. Women are going to be very submissive to you. You're going to feel like how a millionaire feels in this country. Mm-hmm. It's a false sense of this. But when you look in the diaspora, a lot of people tell their children not to marry African American men. I mean, my mother's African and my father's African American, and that's rare. It's usually the opposite.
Yeah.
All my cousins that are half American, their mother is African American and their dad is African.
Okay.
Because it's just easier for a woman to marry into a culture than it is for a man. Like, I don't understand when I see all this online, especially some of these countries you're going to. Dominican, when they go to Dominican Republic, you as a black man are not seen as better. She's just with you because since she is of a low class, she thinks that you being American will give you more money and will rise her in class. They don't want you because they have a whole country of black people across the way that they won't dare mate with.
Okay. I see. One question I do want to ask you. If you notice, Ava, there's always a saying with people from Latin countries, they always talk about bettering the race. And it always, when they talk about better the race, they're not talking about saying the same complexion if people are brownish or darker hue. They're always saying that we must go lighter, because lighter is what they consider divine beauty, enlightenment.
Well, it's not just divine. It's a whole. Okay, so they have a caste system. The difference between a caste system and what we have is we have a capitalist system. So that means money is over everything. So you can change your outlook depending on how much money you have. Now, there's levels to this and nuances, but in Latin America, typically, if you're black, you're poor, and there's no way to not be poor. And how it was. Okay. And how it was before is the reason why being white was something you needed to be is because if you were not considered white, you couldn't go to college. There was a lot of rights you weren't permitted.
So you're saying people that are dark hue are that cast off to really integrate and function their society?
Yes, like you go to Costa Rica, right? If you go to Costa Rica, you go to the tourist spot, right? They say, because a lot of things, when a Hispanic person says, oh, they're part of the Caribbean, they're saying black. That's what they mean. So when you go to Costa Rica, there are two sides of the island. Black people live on one side, white people live on another. When you go, the white people will sit there and pretend like there's no black people on that island. They're like, oh, we don't have you. They're on the other part of the island. So it's very much, and you don't really see black people in Latin America. You see Spaniards on television more than anything else. Everybody's blonde hair, blue eyes, dark hair. They look Italian. They look French. Nobody looks of a darker hue.
Okay. I see. Let me see. Is your device working now? Let's see. You might, if speak. All right, you go out to shut your whole computer off and restart the computer using your laptop. Because I'm mute. You're muted. All right, say something. Yeah, it's your computer. Has to be your computer. Yeah, you're speaking, but I can't hear you. You're unmuted. Yeah, it's your system. You're going to have to restart the whole system. That's why it's doing that. Because you might be still. Oh. I have no idea, nurse. Can you hear it? Because I can't hear it, man.
No. Try another device.
She said, try another device. She said, try another device. Yeah, I don't know. She was working well on her stream. Now it's acting up. Maybe because she's still logged in on one of her devices. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah. I
don't necessarily think it's listen. They have a culture where they have white people, black people. I don't really shame Hispanics because I really do hate when people, and I had to really think about this. Like, people always want these people to identify with black, for instance, Dominican. But we have to remember their white blood wasn't forceful. Their ancestors agreed to be partly white. So they have a different relationship with being European than we do. Okay. It was a choice.
You know how they say like slavery was a choice, but we're not.
No, but I'm not saying that. Most
No. I'm exaggerating. Don't worry.
Most Hispanics haven't become mixed race until the 1900s. That's when most of them became mixed race. And slavery was over. Now, is there coercion? Yes. I'm sure, you want your child to do better. So for them, having white skin was your child having a chance in this world. And I mean, I don't agree with it, but I understand for their living situation and for their colonization, how that would be something that is great for it. I can understand their thought process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, if you think about it, whoever rules the mind of people besides them controlling their environment, by default, you're gonna really gravitate to the more what they consider the superior race that's running things, and the people that's indigenous at that time, they think that's the best way to go for survival. So they're going to make a conscious decision by, like you said, by choice. That it's better to be blended in and make my genetics be as close to them as possible for prosperity and survival. So
but see, why that's dumb now is we have seen through, because what they didn't understand is when you whiten your skin, you're not equivalent. You're not the same as them. Because you have, and this is where the 1 drop rule applies in life. Because the 1 drop rule applies in certain aspects, right? It like, because most people of Black heritage in the United States are white and identify as white. Yeah. Because 60 million white people have African blood in them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only way white, because everybody's going to be mixed, what you're going to start to see is once every Black person is essentially looking like a Jalen and a Kaylin, you're going to start to see them differentiate on who is purer of whiteness. You cannot escape.
Jalen the Kaylin. I'm trying to remember who that is again. Who the heck is Jalen the Kaylin? I'm trying to remember who that is again. So that's an artist, entertainer. Who's that? I'm trying to remember who that is again. Jalen the Kaylin. I'm trying to remember. All right. Say something now, nurse. See if the thing works. Why is it giving issues now? Oh, this is new. Are you using a mic? Are you using like a mic or using a computer mic? I hope you're not using no mic, because the mic. Yeah, I'm asking. Are you using like a studio mic or using the computer mic? Wait, now you mute yourself and you turn your camera off.
You can't unmute it?
Yeah, no, she has to unmute it. All right, speak. Yep. If you're speaking, I can't hear you.
She said she needs an iPhone link.
iPhone link? But is she going straight? Go straight to YouTube personally. Matter of fact, what's your email? Put your email. Let's keep going. I can't deal with this. Go ahead. Speak.
But yeah, I mean, it isn't like, okay, so like there's a whole bunch of, like, you have to be practical. If you're going to a country and Black people live there and these women would say they would never mix with them, you have to be a little bit, you're a man. Getting you marrying into any culture is going to be difficult. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to go to her father. You're going to most likely have to pay a bridal price or pay for their lifestyle once you leave.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's going to be difficult for you. And I do think that a big problem with this, and I didn't realize this until recently in the Black community, we don't date within what's practical for us, right? Like, why are you a nerdy guy and you're going after Beyonce? You know she don't want you.
Yeah.
Why are you not going for a SZA? Like, we just need a date within our range. Not everybody's for everybody. And I think the delusional mindset, because let's keep it a buck. You men are not getting beautiful women when you go to these countries. Y'all not getting why?
Now you know there's gonna be pushback for that because men and I've not seen most of the girls that got.
Hello.
Yes, now it works now.
I fucking hate iPhones and I hate Macs. Hello.
Yeah, that's why I use Android. I never depend on that. Never mess with that.
And literally, I'm just like, why the hell is not working? I realized I was like, StreamYard doesn't do too well with Macs.
No.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you
I do it on the PC, but I really do think.
Thank you.
But let me finish what I'm about to say. like I said, there's going to be pushback because some of them have gotten some women that, if they ever show receipts, I mean, they're pretty decent looking. I mean, nothing wrong with them. Possibly.
Hold on, catch me up. What are we talking about? Because I'm ready.
We're talking about the passport bros and how the women they get aren't of high quality. And he says
the woman that they got is Igors. They have a whole entire Caucasoid that's telling them the Caucasoid is 6'7". That's telling them that they're not men, and they're kiki smiling from ear to ear.
I don't know about that, man.
Here's what I don't get about
I don't know about that.
Listen, the women
chaos,
are not,
you know what I'm talking about, chaos.
listen, women know how they look and how they fare.
Yeah,
with other women. You know when you're attractive, you know when you're ugly, you know when you're mid, you know it by how other women are when they see you around their man. You know it. When you around an ugly chick, she gonna be on her man and holding him to death. Because that when you got a chick with low self-esteem, you're gonna have a problem too. Women know how attractive other women are, and women will tell you, even white women will tell you. They'll tell you in their stories when they dating these black men, no white man wanted me. I couldn't find nobody, so I got a black man, and they be eating that up. That's not cute.
It's embarrassing. Listen, I would never, ever be with a black man that a mayonnaise woman that is 6'7" that looks like goddamn Igor was able to get with. It is an embarrassment, okay? It's an embarrassment. I know the girlies, and I call the men that are, they're clearly not men, that they want to go ahead and subside to be with an Igor to be able to say that they had a Caucasian woman next to them. The shit is embarrassing. One thing you're not going to do is not just embarrass me. You're not going to embarrass my goddamn bloodline. To be around a fool that has been around a woman that is 3 times bigger than him, but the only way that he can say that she's feminine, i.e., what was the woman that was urinating and doing the number 2 on Johnny Depp's bed? Amber Heard. Okay, so if we're gonna talk about some goddamn feminism and feminists and all this, y'all are getting shitted on in beds. The women are literally urinating in feces on your damn face. So this is the thing I say, you know what? This is why I tell a lot of young women, don't ever date no man that's a passport bro. Don't ever date because it's a passport perv. You don't know what kind of defecation and disgusting things these guys done did with these women. You got these young men, they're in their 20s talking about somebody snorting coke behind these women's asshole and their anus is getting bleached out.
Wait, nurse, relax. Shh. Question I ask.
Okay, we're gonna be clean.
At times, I'm raw, but at times we try to. But like
I can hear you. What happened?
I'm like I was saying. You talk about the passport. So let's say
you talking about the passport perms?
No. Let's here. I'm talking about. Let's say I deal with a woman and she likes to travel. Like the same.
I don't give a damn about that. We talking. No. Which one we talking about here? We talking about grown ass men that are out here traveling and they don't.
Let's think about that, right? I'm a grown woman.
Yeah, let's think about that.
Let's talk about that. I'm a grown woman who travels a lot. I go by myself and things like that. I don't ever go to a country. I go to Europe by myself. I go to Central America. I do it all.
And can we talk about? I've never once heard her ever talk about what black men are doing. This woman don't give a goddamn. She pays for her ticket. She goes about her broad. She pays her first class. She goes and experience her stuff. I've never once heard this woman say, "Oh, but white men are doing this to black." She don't give a damn.
Because when I'm going, first of all, this is what was bizarre about it. If I'm going to travel, I'm not going to DR. DR is a lovely place to go to. But why am I going someplace that just has beach? I don't understand you going to these poor countries for these women when if you want the prettiest woman, why aren't you going to Belgium and getting some of those beautiful women? Why aren't you going to Sweden?
India, right? India. I think Belgium.
The girl is the vibe.
No, Belgium is in Europe.
It's Europe. Okay.
Why aren't you going to England? Why aren't you going to Japan? Why aren't you going to Korea? Why are you going to Thailand, which we used to call the cheap destination for us in college? That's what people were doing in college, going to Thailand for spring break. Why are you a grown man going to these places that are super, super cheap?
Not just grown. These guys be 50-something-year-old, but gray in their beard. It's not cute, sir. You're 50. I would hope that you've been able to travel. It's an embarrassment at this point.
I can answer that, Ava. Why would
answer it.
Most of them will travel to third world countries, to first world nations? And simple, because it's too expensive.
So then why they always complaining about women?
Let me finish. It's not only too expensive, but let's be honest. We all know. Have you ever seen when I do the currency convert? Have you ever seen that on my channel?
But Chaos, what does that have to do with black women?
Let me do some science. Let me find my currency convert. Go ahead, talk as y'all find it. As I find it, go ahead.
The thing is, I can't, like, they go to Colombia, right? Colombia has some of the finest men in the world. Why would you?
Hold on. I don't know about that. Cause my baby fine as fuck.
No, they are. I'm saying with Hispanic men, they're probably, if you're into Latino men, they probably have some of the best looking Latino men of white, black. I'm saying every group has fine men, but honey, some places like England, that's not for me. But
the teeth are bucked. The teeth are fucked up.
They have so many good looking men there. Why would you think they would give you the best woman they have there? What kind
They're
of
giving
logic?
them streetwalkers. And talking about streetwalkers, I want the pick-me's to explain to me why in the hell did these men still not choose your ass? Because remember, you're excited to hold on, before we talk about the currency conversion, because the pick-me's are willing to do this for free. Chaos, put me up. Chaos, put me up on the large screen real quick.
You mean put you up?
No. Yeah, put me up by myself on the large screen.
Let me see.
Yes, put me up real quick. Put me up. Chaos and the Chaos and the rest of the brigade. I need the people to explain to me why the hell are the pick-me's? The girlies are telling me that they want to be mules for free. They want to be on their backs for free. They want to be in servitude for free. They want to do all this stuff for free, and they want to be spiritual wives. They don't even want to be legal wives. You don't have to give them any benefits. You don't have to give them medical benefits. You don't have to give them financial benefits. You don't have to give them any type of security. Just allow them to say that they are wives. That's all they want to be able to do. They don't want to have a ring. They don't want a diamond ring. They don't want the Dior's. They don't want the Christian Louboutins. They don't want any of the bullshit.
That's expensive gifts, man.
All they want, Chaos. Hold on.
Show me again.
All they want is the ability to say, I'm better than you because I have a ring.
Is that a bag or that shoes?
The ring, listen. Okay, so listen, I'm loud. But the ring that they want a Play-Doh ring. Don't even want a real ring. You can go down to the Claire's, and you can go down to wherever the hell people buy $20 rings. I don't even know. You need to go to one of those places and you need to get a ring for the pick-me girls. How in the hell did y'all pass up all this freedom of mule, the freedom of fuckery, the freedom to give them all kind of STIs and STDs because they'll accept it as long as you give them a goddamn ring from Claire's? How did you pass up all of this and you ended up in a third world country? I need the pick-me's to explain to me how the hell were they giving out free punani? The punani was free and the men still said, no, thank you. We will go to the third world streetwalkers. They want the streetwalkers in the third world. They don't want the free punani. The girlies are mad about the modern women. It's not the modern women that's your problem, babes. It's the free punani that they still don't want from you. They want the streetwalkers from the third world. Babes, you've lost. You're a loser.
Not being able to speak English, who managed to build their wealth.
Okay.
Explain to me how this works.
Okay. Ava, make sure you don't have no music in the background because I don't want anything. So if you're playing something, make sure.
But no. Chaos. Please explain to me. How did the girls? They're losers.
Mm-hmm.
Because even pick-me's have standards. See, and this is why I don't like these pick-me's. These pick-me's don't want these men. What they're doing is they're trying to be seen as better than other black women. And I can't stand them for that. They don't want these men. They'll tell you to go get this man and go 50-50 with him and have him living in your house, cussing you out, eating your chips and your meat. All like groceries isn't high. But for them, this is the problem with pick-me's. There are three pick-me's that are very dangerous. The hot girl pick-me is dangerous because she believes that she's entitled to all the men of affluence and things. And when she sees a woman who she doesn't deem attractive, aka not, that's why they bring up, why are you not losing weight? Not losing weight is a fat girl took my man. That's why they're saying that. The next one is she's not pretty enough. A girl or a plain Jane. A plain Jane took her man and she's real upset and bitter about it. And the last pick me, and this is the dangerous one, is the used to be fat girl. That's a dangerous pick me because that pick me is self-hating. That pick me is like, I got skinny. You're lazy. You don't deserve it. You deserve being treated like garbage because I was like garbage. Those three pick me's are ruthless.
Chaos
in our community.
Chaos. Yeah. You are getting gold. Listen, Chaos. I want to know how the hell did the tight Punani pick-me's, the tight free Punani pick-me's are not getting chosen. The street walkers in Brazil, the street walkers in the Dominican Republic, the street walkers of the
you want me to give you an answer to that?
United.
Do you want me to give you a real honest answer? Why the so-called pick-me's?
No. Chaos. The men are choosing street walkers over the free mules. Why do you matter about modern women? Modern women to me ain't the problem. The modern women are saying they don't even want no parts of the fuckery because the fuckery is foolishness. I want the pick-me's need to explain to me how the hell did they pass up the free meal tickets? Them not want you. Your Punani is this, but them still say you're not good. They rather go to a streetwalker. You need to explain to me how the hell you still ain't get wiped up.
Because a pick me.
What's happening?
Is look at their new manosphere leader Pearl. Why do you have
keyboard? Them hoes should be embarrassed.
Why do you have somebody that looks like Pearl telling y'all? Listen, no white man. And see, this is the difference between black women and black men. No white man that looked like Pearl could get on the internet and tell black women what they need to do. Derek Jackson is fine to most black women. That's why he's able to do it. Kevin Samuels had y'all and the old school pick-me's in the comment section. But no white man who looks like Pearl could get up on this screen talking about what black women need to do. Are you crazy?
Well, I'm about to say,
Chaos, call them how to pick-me's. The girlies know how to cook, they know how to clean, but yet the men still don't want the free mule. So while they sitting up here harassing modern women, it sounds to me they should be taking their asses on the goddamn first-class flights, which they can't afford, down to go harassing these 50-year-old grown-ass weirdo perverts that are harassing these streetwalkers of the night, talking about something that they want wives. So pick-me's, while you are muling for free, while you are bending over your backwards for free, they still didn't choose your.
Listen, pick-me's are going to be very bitter because they're going to have no children, no husband. They're going to be in their 60s. If you just close your legs like you did, they're going to be bitter because they are of the belief that they think that only beautiful, hot women should get men. And that's a big thing with the pickies. The pick-me's are so materialist. They're so on the outside. Nothing about what a pick-me says is if she's going to be a good woman to you. And good woman is different things. Like the body count thing. I've never understood these pick-me's that talk about body count because I know all you pick-me's been passed around. See, y'all was old school hoes, and now you can't find nobody. So now you want to get everybody else upset because you didn't put your thing out into the world.
And any man that's dumb enough, because I know most of y'all don't understand no goddamn math. You're slow. You're really actually quite dumb. Let me tell you something. This is something that obviously I understand our black people would understand too. Within our culture dynamic, they always say this thing that you grin your goddamn teeth. It's too many y'all like to smile to too many people. And that's why they like to say that certain women are mean. No, we're not smiling our goddamn teeth to every fucking body. And then that's the issue with pick-me's. Everybody's their husband. Everybody's the man to be. You don't know these people. You don't know none of these people. So what you need to be able to do, and I'm not going to give y'all too much of the game because a lot of y'all dumb, so you don't even need it. But there's too many women that are smiling their teeth, although they like to say the Amber Rose, the thought rocket. No, too many of y'all willing to be cooking and cleaning and bending over backwards so motherfuckers don't give a damn about your ass. Not one shit about you. And that's why you so mad about other women that have nothing to do with it. You're so angry about the existence about another woman because that other woman does not give a damn. She has nothing to do with your fuckery. But because you were laid on your back, you knew you doing all this stuff for a man, and the man still did not do this one ultimate goal in your loser life. Because at the end of the day, for most of us, marriage is not the goal. It really ain't, child. The shit just goddamn happened. And we are the most not the well people to even be bothered with the goddamn thing. But you mean to tell me you've done all this stupid shit and your stupid ass still ain't married? If I were you, I would be embarrassed. And now you're walking behind.
Want to be married? I think they just want to feel better than other black. Like for instance,
well, I think that's even more ridiculous. Like,
but in our mother's age group, it was they got shamed a lot if they weren't married. They got shamed a lot for having children out of wedlock. But with this new generation, they don't care. And I think men need to really check themselves, because you can't say women need to choose better when you know we have nothing to choose from. You can't say
you can't choose from poverty. It's not happening. I'm not going to be poor with you.
You know, like you can't say, and you need to really be careful of these messages you're putting out there, because what's going to happen is you're making your dating pool smaller and smaller and smaller, because what we know about childbirth is the recklessness that people use to have children is why we have so many children. We have to have unwed mothers, because most women who are married are not going to have children. The unwed mother rate is the rate that really took us up there in the 90s. Now that the unwedded mother rate is going down, the population is decreasing. The Black community is in danger. Our replacement rate is like something like 1.86. Yeah. It's supposed to be 2.0. And all
the average, hold on, the average right now that is sustainable from what they said data wise, and I'm not a data person, but from what I remember, it has to be close to roughly 3. Because always on the possibility, if you have 3 children, the possibility that's what, less than a third? Because one child might lose their life, and you might have 2 more.
Yeah, motherfuckers damn near done at this point.
But think about this. I want to show the currency curve. That they talk about the
okay, hold on, chaos, real quick. The numbers are already damn near done. The number of women that still are willing, not even the pygmies, the number of Black women that still willing to be participating in this fuckery, they're dwindling by the moment. The men are morons in the goddamn internet. They're idiots. They're pure foolishness. Not only are the men saying, "Oh yeah, we want you to open up your legs," they're not even saying that. They're saying, "We're not going to provide you anything. We're broke and we're homeless, but we demand you to open up your legs, and at the same time, we want you to be a virgin." Nobody's signing up for this. No one's signing up for poverty. Nobody's signing up to eat oodles and noodles. The shit isn't. Nobody's doing that. They're not doing it.
Maybe. Oh yeah. If y'all guys watching, make sure y'all share this. Like the stream.
Yes, because this right here
likes
is
are free. Let me do a thing. Likes are free. Please hit the like button. Share the stream. If you want to donate.
And chaos, real quick, chaos. Because you know the girlies, by girlies, I mean the guys, because the guys be running their goddamn mouth more than the fucking women themselves. We're gonna talk about some things. Because the girlies love to run their mouth about a damn marriage that they're not in, because most of these men can never, ever be husbands. I don't want to talk about pygmies, I want to talk about women. I want to talk about the identity about these men. You will never be a husband. Most of these guys will never be a husband because you are talking about how you are defeated. You're talking about how you will never amount to anything. You're talking about how you ain't got no goddamn money. You cannot be married with no money. I don't understand what world you people live in where y'all be like, yeah, we can shackle up together. No, it's 2022, 2023. Baby, it's about the goddamn money. If you ain't got no money, meaning if you ain't got nothing saved up, How the fuck do you even have a goddamn marriage? How do you have a wedding?
How do you feel comfortable as a man being broke and going out there dating women? How can
This
you
shit
with
doesn't
any
work.
respect do that?
And then to even add on to this, if you're talking about you're dating, you're broke. You know how much it costs to be dating a woman that you're married to? Listen, I don't even know how much the goddamn money is. All I know is, babes, every week, food at the minimum. I don't cook during the weekends, and I don't cook. There's several times throughout the week too. I don't cook either. So there's all kinds of numbers of I don't participate in. And then on top of that, you're talking about gifts. There needs to be gifts. There needs to be rolling gifts, because at the end of the day, and I know that people gonna be in the conversation. Who gives a fuck? You need to be able to entertain the other person that you're married with. We do not sit around and look at the goddamn four walls. The shit is boring. There needs to be excitement. Excitement is you make sure he's happy, he makes sure that you're happy. And if a motherfucker's talking about something he broke during the dating stage, how the fuck are you gonna get married? You don't have any money. So I don't want to hear nothing about a woman cooking, about a woman cleaning. You don't have money. You can't get married, sir. Not only do you don't have money.
Nurse. Hold on. Before you continue, why you think it's much more affordable to go outside the country and take your lux elsewhere? I mean, obviously, like Ava said, the places they don't travel or go to are the ones that's first world nations that's already established, which is Europe, mostly.
The place to have money.
Well, you need money, because we look at, and matter of fact, I'm gonna do the currency converter, so I'm gonna let you rant. Let me find the currency converter. Where is it?
So yes, that means you need money to be able to live as an grown.
Well, you need some form of money anywhere where you go anyway.
But chaos, if you need to do 50-50, and if that's what if you need to do 50-50, why can't you do it with your man and be his roommate? Why are you asking a woman to do that? If you need somebody else to help you pay your bills, why don't you ask another black man to move in with you and
you cannot be married talking about 50-50. Unless you're gonna marry a pygmy, which obviously y'all don't want to marry pygmy, because that's why so many pygmies are fucking don't. What's going on here? Oh, that's why y'all not marrying no damn pygmies. Listen here, folks. You cannot marry a woman that actually comes from a parent household where the parent gives a goddamn about them. You think I could go tell my goddamn parents that I'm around here married to a 50-50 man? Are you nuts? Are you insane? My money is to be what? And y'all know a lot of y'all like to say people that got parents in their household, they got dads. My dad would laugh in your fucking face. You're a goddamn loser. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, one time, you remember one time you told a story? Oh, I see Dr. Steele. I'm bringing up in a second, Dr. Steele. Have you noticed?
Chaos, my dad is mean, but he loves my. I think I should bring.
Hey, last question: is your father dreadlock man or bald head?
No. He don't fuck with that shit.
He's what?
Nah, he don't fuck with that shit. Really, my husband.
I mean, he's a regular dude. He don't have.
Only really and truly, there's only 3 men I've ever brought to my parents. 3 men, and I was engaged twice before my actual husband. But my husband's the first man that ever had locks, and they really was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" They
don't prove that, but at least he has to bring something to the table if he's gonna have no long hair, right?
Something. No, my husband is far beyond what their expectations could ever be, and not only just him, the family themselves. Understanding he comes from a good set of a family. So regardless of whatever the hell they obviously my husband would never do anything bullshit.
But this is another thing I don't understand. When they date outside, like men used to get mad at me at saying this, and this was a standard I always have. I refuse to date a man who didn't have a father in his life, and I refuse to date a man whose parents weren't married. And I remember I dated one guy whose parents were divorced, and I just could not get him. It was like 2 different cultures.
That is a subject. And that was like my husband's the only man that ever had hair. Then my parents was like, "What the fuck?" Meeting the family does make a huge difference about it. So when a lot of these guys be talking about, "Oh yeah, I don't want a woman that doesn't cook and clean," sir, you sound like a moron that can't even put 2 sentences together. How dare you even open your goddamn mouth talking about what a woman body count is? You're nothing of substance. So a woman that actually has a father that gives a fuck about her would never allow her to even date your loser ass.
All right. Nurse, all right, sit back for a second. Let me do the currency convert, and I'm gonna bring Miss.
Hey, Eugene.
Wait.
How you doing?
Guys, sit back. Miss, let's check. All right, I'm not sure what the normal ticket is to travel abroad. I think the average is like what, $350, maybe $400, maybe if you plan. All right, so let's say
that's not business class. That's
all right, so let's say
economics or something.
All right, so let's say the price for a ticket traveling, right, to another country, right? If I take this money here,
I don't even think it's $350.
No, okay. All right, this is the price in United States dollars. We look at in this currency converter of British pound.
How many days are they going? This doesn't seem right.
Mostly a week or two, depending if they work.
No, you're not going for a week for $350.
For round trip. Round trip
is like $500.
All right, so it's 500. Good, thank you.
Let's ask our
No. It depends when you go, but
that's months in advance. Months
in advance. You can. It depends, but yeah, let's do 500.
Yeah, I'm right.
The British pound is that currency is like $414.
No, you got to do. Yeah, but it wouldn't.
Our money going to their money. You get me?
Yeah.
That's what all right. So now that's just the British. I'm just using that example. Let's do another one. But before we do another one, let me let Eugene speak his mind. Hello, Mr. Steele.
One quick thing though.
How you doing?
Hey, Eugene.
Hey,
go ahead, Dr. Steele.
You go first. I was wondering, could you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. You know, this whole thing about passport bros and all those stuff, and about we, being men, you wanted to get with women, and I've said this in so many sites before. If we're going to be leaders, providers, and protectors, or what have you, we need to make sure we have our shit together. We have to do that, okay? And you're right, nurse. We cannot do it when we're broke. We cannot have all these things. If we're going to have a woman, if they want to submit to us, they got to make sure that, they trust us with their lives. And, we cannot do that if we cannot handle it, not only financially, but mentally or spiritually. Okay? We got to have all those things together if we're going to be providers, protectors, and leaders.
And Eugene, to add to that, a lot of women can actually see the difference. I didn't think that nobody can see, but okay. So my friends, they were looking at someone's photos or something, and I was just like, what the fuck are y'all seeing? The women are able to see fucking bags on another woman's face. I could not see bags because I'm just like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? They zoomed into another level. I was like, bro, I think this don't make no goddamn sense. They were able to not even see the bags. They were like, oh, when we talk to this person, they can tell. I'm like, how can you tell? I'm around the person, I can't even tell. They were like, no, but I'm telling you, someone like me, because I seem to not know any goddamn thing around me, but women can tell. I don't know how. They can tell. They can tell when another woman's miserable. They can tell when the person is going through struggle of. They can tell when the marriage is nothing but bullshit. I don't know how, but they can tell. And that is something when they were even talking to me, it was like, I never, ever, ever, ever want to talk about my husband. But they're like, and I'm just like, how the fuck y'all know? And they're like, nah, bro, you ain't nowhere near stressed. And the reason why I could never ever be stressed, because what is there to be stressed about? I've never understood this. They've had there's like these little skits or whatever where people talking about some financials and people don't have no damn license shit. We've had auto pay. I know everybody's grown up here. Everyone's had auto pay for how many years? How the fuck are you with somebody and got no goddamn auto pay? Why am I worried about the goddamn bill? And then it's like, oh yeah, but a person 50, well, what? If you guys are demanding people that come from whole families, you think my parents are going to hand me over to a goddamn loser It's not happening. And I know some of y'all have fantasies and be like, oh yeah, because you're dark skinned, you can handle the rougher parts of life. No, babes. My parents did not have me, and they did not have me around a goddamn set of fuckery. So there's no way I was not raised in fuckery. They're gonna hand me off the fuckery. I understand the good girlies love a good fuckery, but babes, meaning good girls, meaning the guys. No, y'all are not husband material. Y'all are not ready to be husbands. Stop talking about being husbands. Most of you guys can barely be boyfriends. You have no fucking money. You don't have no bank accounts. You have nothing to financially provide to a woman. Y'all keep talking about some, oh, well, what if the house get broken into? You're living in the goddamn hood. It's the goddamn ghetto. You think I'm gonna get broken into? Babes, listen, there's no way I'm living with a man. There's no way a man is my fucking husband. And I'm supposed to even second guess to myself, well, we gotta wake up in the middle of the night, somebody breaking in. Bitch, why the fuck am I with you? This sounds like some hood shit. I have nothing to do with that. I might as well go back to my goddamn parents' house. This is above me now. You are willing to put the woman that you're dating with in the middle of the goddamn hood? Where she got to be waking up in the middle of the night talking about some, let's get the guns a-blazing. This is embarrassing.
All right, Ava. I know you're looking at your phone, Ava.
My bad, y'all.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is one of the.
Hey, I'm just waiting for Nurse to finish. And you were going over the converter, so I'm looking.
Let's go to convert because I really want to make this so interesting. Now, the dollar in Japanese money is like $132, right? But you're saying that what was other countries that's like they travel? You said Taiwan, Korea, those countries, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at Taiwan. Let me see. I think it's Taiwanese, Chinese. No, we don't want Chinese. Taiwan. I'm trying to remember what it looks like. Korea. I should do this while she was talking. Matter of fact, y'all talk.
I'm going on quiet, baby. I don't stand up.
I mean, I personally don't. I really do enjoy these self-hating men leaving the United States. No, I really.
You said this again. Everybody didn't hear you.
I really enjoy these self-hating men leaving the United States. I wish millions could go. I want y'all to go and get these wonderful women of other communities and live in these countries. I want you to go up in the mountains, in the jungle, wherever you want to go, in the sea, live in. I don't care whether you got to do it in the military, but whatever you have to do. But just don't come back here.
Don't.
Oh, damn.
No. I will voluntarily be at the goddamn desk, the visa office desk, and deny the goddamn. We don't want you back. Citizenship denied. Stay your ass over there. It's paradise. Why would you want to leave paradise?
All right. Taiwan in currency, $1 in our bucks.
No, chaos. Why do they want to leave paradise? It's a bunch of angry black women over here. Stay your ass in paradise.
Well, let's be honest. Paradise sounds sweet, but we like to shove and kick dirt.
No. Black women are too angry. No. Don't go over the black women. Black women are angry. So the access denied. Stay your ass over there.
But there is no access denied because as long as there's some borders here and no one's blocking the borders, they're going.
No, the citizenship. We're working overtime to make sure that it doesn't come back.
They don't matter. They'll come here as illegal immigrants again.
Something that I've noticed about black men is it was something interesting.
Oh damn! Wait! $1.
Yeah.
Grant.
But you have to
live over there. Look at that.
No, but you have to go with the quality. So if it's 1,000, things probably cost like 10, 100,000. You have to see how much that is in theirs.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're making 1,000, they're probably getting getting paychecks that are 7 figures in their money. You have to see how much rent and stuff like that costs. You can't just go with how much money you get from $1 American dollar.
Well, they said that most people live off $2 a day in certain third world.
No. We're talking about in 2022.
No, we're talking about in Korea. Korea is 1,200 to $1 American dollars. But Korea, I know.
You're not living in a penthouse.
I know for certain they get like 7 figures as their paycheck. So it probably is not exactly like America, but very similar.
Okay. And if you want to time in Dr. Steele, don't mind the ladies, going through their vitriol and going and telling these Negroes.
No, Chaos. Can you put us?
Stay over there. Get over there.
Chaos, I don't like that. Why are you saying vitriol? You don't give a damn about old 40-year-old man.
No, listeners. When last time you cuss a man out after he being so?
No, remember, I was late. I was late to the party.
Okay.
I was quite late because
I want them to go
the fuckery.
Get your passport and go. Listen.
Go.
But what I will say is this thing isn't unique to Black men, right? Black men are saying a lot of things that other men wish they could say. They just don't say it aloud. Because what I've noticed, because I go on all the dating apps. And I never understand why men always complain about fat women or women who aren't skinny. I have never dated or gone out with a fat man. And it's not like I would be against it, but I typically attract gym rats or really skinny men. And I think a big issue a lot of men have.
And you're a skinny woman, right? You're a skinny woman.
No, I'm thick.
Okay, all right, continue.
No, I'm thick. I don't know.
Okay, all right, continue.
See,
I'm thick as well.
Please. Okay.
Relax. See?
They love a good body.
Indra Camp.
There's body, yada.
Say you got a big booty? I was just saying thick. Because when they say thick, now mind you, I'm be honest. When women talk about thick, I say I expect to see not too big belly, but everything else.
No, I don't have a big belly.
Turn to the side. Turn to the side.
Turn the camera cam, huh?
No, it don't, because the camera. That's the best. All right, well, that's the best we're going to
Don't play.
You don't leave it sharp. Don't leave it sharp, please. Leave it sharp as it, please. Okay.
Chaos, do not play. Let's not do it.
Listen.
But I mean, I have a flat. I have the hourglass shape, so I do attract men. What I've noticed, particularly with white men, is they get shamed a lot of dating non-skinny women. This is not something true in other races, but particularly white men. They get shamed if they're not dating a woman who I would say is about 8 the biggest. And they do. And I was asking one of the white men who I went on a date with, why do you own, for instance, Nurse knows how I feel about this. I don't like when somebody tells me, oh, you look like you dated white men, because I think that's offensive.
She does not like that. I'm just like,
I think that's offensive because I think you're telling me I'm not put together. Because
I'd rather them say that than them saying that you look like you date hood pookies.
And why do they say that?
No, okay, hold on, Eugene. Ava is teaching me certain lingos, and we're having back and forth conversations. Let me tell you something. Blackness is not exclusive.
It's not exclusive, but I don't like when I think of a black woman and a white man, I don't think of Serena Williams and her husband. I think of one of y'all with y'all torn up wigs who are skinny and you look a mess and you out here with a Dale. I don't want to be compared to that.
And then that is the one conversation of the many conversations that talk about the interracial relationships. When you're talking about a black woman dating outside of her race, these are the conversations that are never had. Y'all want to talk about the
it's more like the prize. So if let's say she got it,
No, but Chaos.
I think
the only conversation y'all have is so black men that hate the fact that they're even black, dating a white woman. They see this Igor of a white woman. The woman is 600 pounds plus. They see her as a prize. The shit is a goddamn embarrassment.
Well, no,
who's 600 pounds? We talking about dating?
Listen. All those my 600-pound lives, they all are full of white women who are very heavy with black men.
The white woman
are they American black men or
the white woman is telling you who you should be dating with as a black man.
They got Jamaicans, they got African Americans.
Or they're foreign black men?
They're foreign and they're domestic.
See, there you go. See, foreign black men, they don't care because they need a visa. So they said,
Chaos.
Chaos.
Go to your local Walmart. Go to your local Walmart and you will see what I'm
They're
talking
everywhere.
about. Stop
We
it.
recently,
Well, my
we
thing-
recently went, babe.
My thing with that, hold on.
What's the thing over here when we did this thing like this? Look at me.
My thing is this.
thing.
I heard.
my thing
Okay,
is
so we recently went archery. There's an episode of who they really choose. The shit is embarrassing. I said, Jesus. I called Ava. I said, Jesus. I pointed at Kim. I said,
my thing is this.
chaos. The
Hold on,
woman.
I gotta say this. Hold on, nurse. Wait. Let me say this.
The
My thing
buffalo
is,
was
nurse,
this size. The
nurse,
woman was this. I said,
Nurse, let me say this,
Jesus.
please, nurse. I'm gonna say this. Most men that date anybody that's twice their size, to me, they're broke. It is.
No.
What it is.
That black
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
all
Listen,
black men got-
if I got a whole lot of money, you think the last thing I'm gonna do is let me go find a big fat chick.
No, okay, I'm not accepting that. The men
That
got all
really
the
hits
money.
psychologically. A dude that's dealing with a woman that's really big, I'm looking at his pocket, say, "You."
No, sir.
And the guy said, "Yeah, you need somewhere to sleep." Yeah, so I gotta do what I gotta do. I said, "Okay, bro, it's a bad
Okay,
look."
I'm not accepting that. Remember, like the man that is 6 feet deep, because remember he was the online daddy of all these men that they never had no goddamn daddy in their lives.
Look,
That
we're
man
not
told them.
trying to be offensive because, like, even with other races of women, listen, I don't want to go there, but we know the white men that Asian women get. I'm not going to say nothing about it. We all know when we think of Asian and white men, we all know what comes to mind.
But you know, Ava, actually, I don't think they know, because a lot of them, the way that they talk about Fantasyland, I understand that they've never been around these people. The way that they talk about white people, I'm like, bitch, you've been around these motherfuckers? They're a bunch of goddamn nutcases. To me, I'm just like, there's no way you've been raised to the neighborhood of these people. There's no way you've grown around them as an adult and not realize that these bitches ain't got no goddamn interest. They're a bunch of nutcases.
It's not just a stereotype. The data and everything shows you can go anywhere. When you see a black man, I don't care if the woman's skinny, I don't care if the woman's fat, I don't care what the woman is. She's most of the time more unattractive than him. You can go through every football player, every basketball player, every black man you see. They will more than likely, it is very rare they have a beautiful woman of any race on their arm who is non-black. Look at Charles Barkley. Look at his wife. Look at
Warhammers.
Let's not pretend like y'all just be looking for whiteness and y'all
but
not.
Ava, you have to pretend, because remember, in their mind, everything's make believe. The goddamn pit bull, again. Their new king of the manosphere, the king, you know what? The person that's placing their balls on top of their head is a woman, a Caucasian woman that has, literally, the woman has bigger balls.
Y'all know this because everybody jokes about it.
She's a Caucasoid.
That
Caucasoid has mayonnaise, dumps.
Y'all know y'all reputation out there. Y'all know
it's embarrassing.
That y'all know you can go in the 90s and you can see these white women. I don't know where they be getting them. Oh, I'm a black man's fantasy. Y'all put it, even when this is interesting. When they produce movies, they said that they can only choose a certain type of white man to be with the black woman because they know we won't go for it. Even in movies, they just can't.
So they won't take any ordinary Chad. You know what I'm saying? The dorky one.
I don't know about Chads because we don't give a damn about them. When it comes down to white people,
I'm not talking y'all too, but say they have to be.
I don't know.
Okay, let's go on that. When a black woman is dating a white man, their looks are comparable. So the nerdy, geeky black woman is going to be with a nerdy, geeky black man. The looks are comparable. Why is an athlete who I've never understood why athletes don't date socialites? Why isn't Paris Hilton dating a LeBron James? Why? Like, that's how that would make sense. Like, I give it up to Jeremy Meek. Prison Bay, at least he got that rich girl in England pregnant and had a baby by a billionaire. That's what I can respect. If black men were doing that, I could respect that. You building generational wealth, You sitting here?
Well, I have to say, Mr. Lanes was going to do that until he came across this incident with Meg and the other woman.
Okay. Hold on,
So he
you
could have did that,
told
but
me
he
that
he
you are
fumbled the
on the side of
bag
a
anyway. So I
4'3"
call it Ava.
Chaos. No.
Wait a
no,
minute.
no.
Wait a minute.
We're not gonna do
Kardashians
that.
are not considered high class white women. Let's
We're not doing
let's
that.
keep it a buck. They are not considered.
Chaos. I would think you are a man of class. At this point, you're telling me that you're a low brow, broke ass man.
You know why I say that? Because aren't they like billionaires now?
But that's not what class is.
That's still fresh new money.
It's not just that they're new money. For white people, they're not white enough. There are meanings.
Okay, so at this point, no. At this point, no. Chaos.
No, they're not.
If you want to equate fuckery, then at this point you should call us millionaires.
But this is what I mean. Beauty has always been.
No. But Ava, real quick. I just want to let it be known. Not Ava. Not as far as black women concerned. Certain black men want to suck off the fucking ass of white women. The shit is disgusting. You're sucking out goddamn losers. There's literally filth that's coming out of your goddamn mouth of these fucking whores.
But why date? This is what I listen. No, we're not going to do this. Beauty is subjective. Every man.
I want to pause.
Every woman, when you see her discuss why she dates black men, it's never. It's never, black men do it. It's always, I was rejected by the men in my community, so I went to black men. Kim Kardashian was pretty enough. She
is the gas station's toilet stool.
But she was pretty enough to get one of those low-tier white men. She was pretty enough to get one of those D-listers. Kim Kardashian played the J-Lo.
Didn't she get married to a Caucasian?
No, she married a bunch of black men that were losers, that were idiots, that actually were superstars.
Listen, Jennifer Lopez to this day still has that stigma of P. Diddy. She just married Ben Affleck.
That's an alcoholic.
I heard they're getting divorced.
Listen, and she don't have no prenup. She married Ben Affleck after he was an A-list movie star, after he had his children. You know what his mother said about her? She's in one of those rap guy videos. She doesn't have the type of class we want in our family. So you better be very careful when you're a non-black woman and you date only black men. Even Paris Hilton, she said she went on a date with somebody who was half black and she didn't want anybody to see her. It's not our fault that you are sitting here, because when you demean black women, it looks worse on you.
Kelvin is a moron. Kelvin, continue sucking off the
Kelvin's
of
mad
white
because
women.
we talking about the white woman he
Kelvin's a loser. So Kelvin, continue sucking off the asses of a white woman. Hopefully you'll be able to suck off a ball of white women.
These guys with their podcasts. Where are these beautiful?
Before we continue, nurse. For the forward of the conversation, if you could use alternate words, I don't mind you saying vulgar, but I try to keep. I go.
No. Chaos. Please. There's only a certain amount of disrespect I can take as far as these guys. These guys are losers. I'm cool with that. But when it comes down to when we're talking about black conversations, when I understand that you would place a white buttocks atop of your goddamn head, baby, I don't have no respect for
Kim Kardashian is trash.
You would place a whore. Kim Kardashian that's what she is.
And y'all exalt her.
Did you know that his
She is a whore. She gets a paycheck from Vivid every month. That's a hoe. That's a hoe. She gets a check from Vivid every month because she sold that thing to them. That's a hoe.
And for me, if you want to swallow on a white woman, if that's what you want to do, that's your business. But I don't want us to be having conversations as far as black women is concerned, because at the end of the day, you let me know that you only accept the streetwalkers.
But why would Kanye? This is what I don't get. I get why they would date, but she was stupid to have children with him. Because
okay, so hold on. I just got to do one thing, Kelvin.
Wait.
No. We're gonna talk about this. Chaos, I'm gonna respond. Chaos. Kelvin states that he has been married since 2000. Not to anyone white. I'm interested in dating anyone. Kelvin, you didn't tell me that you've been married. This is the disrespect. You've been married, but yet you want to swallow up the sockets. The things that I want to say, my husband told me I can't say.
Let me read this, cause I will see.
All right, you can read it. You can read it.
Calvin has been married since 2000. Okay, that's 22 is great. Not to anyone white.
And finish up.
Anyone white when I was saying, see, there so he's not married no white woman, so I don't know what's the deal. Let's continue the conversation. Thank you.
No. Let's pause the conversation.
Let's go on it.
No.
We gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
No, you're not moving on. You know what? We're not moving on. I'm sick and tired of married people running a goddamn mouth when it comes down to other folks. Y'all want to sit up here and act like y'all higher and mighty than now. You didn't tell me this man been no. He didn't say that he was laying up with a black woman. We want to move on. We'll move on. He's married to a woman. No. Chaos, we're gonna talk about this real quick. Chaos, let's talk about it real quick.
No, we're not talking about it. If guys, man, we're not gonna talk about it. You're married. You're married. He's married. What are we talking about?
We're gonna talk about.
No, please, no. We're not doing this.
No, we are.
We are. Are we gonna stop? We're gonna stop.
Yes. Chaos, we're gonna stop. No, Chaos, we're gonna stop. I'm tired of married black men. They ain't even married successfully. They're divorced. He's divorced. We're gonna move on. Failures. Derek Jackson, a failure.
We're gonna move on.
Name the rest of them? Jamal Bryant, a failure. I don't want to talk about failed married men. He's a failure.
We're gonna move on.
I just find it interesting, like the card, like
Ava, real quick.
Oh my God!
Interesting that whenever we talk about men that are failures, they failed in their marriages, we're gonna move past it. We don't even talk about it. But when we talk about single women, single black women, it's every fucking life, every 2 seconds. Oh, she's single, she black, she's single. When it comes down to black men that failed in their marriage, we don't want to talk about it.
Because black men are failures in relationships.
No, Ava, as a black woman that's married, I'm able to talk about Negro, you failed. Why are you in the goddamn comment section talking about a goddamn marriage? You're a failure. Derek Jackson is an adulterer. And I don't understand, for me, the same group, these are the same community that 24 hours want to talk about a goddamn marriage. None of these motherfuckers are goddamn married. To me, I think like, what is my marriage? You're not fucking married. Everybody
they don't care about marriage.
You're not married, but y'all want to sit up here and tell myself, oh, Derek Jackson wasn't that bad. To me, the Derek Jackson situation is
no one is defending Derek Jackson. Hold on, who's defending Derek Jackson? Which man's defending him?
You know why I'm not defending Derek Jackson?
No, I'm saying
no. Let me tell the truth. No. Let me tell you why I'm not defending Derek Jackson. Because your YouTube daddy, the man that was the failure that's 6 feet deep, the man was 60 years old. He was a failure at 50. And it goes to show within this community, either you a failed baby daddy at 50 years old, that none of your goddamn kids don't even want to be at your goddamn funeral because you failed your fucking family at 50, or you Derek Jackson. You a 30-year-old man that failed your fucking family and they're still alive.
Why are we going back
that we live in? You're a failure at 60, failure at 50, or you're a failure at 20.
Nurse, they don't make it to 60. They're dead by 59. They have a few more years to be miserable in this life. They don't have, listen, let them be delusional and be like Peter Pan for the next few years. You know, they leaving their preference with their little 4-year-olds at 58 dead. How many times we see them?
Child, not even a preference. Can we talk about the one that just left a 30-year-old with a 3-year-old?
Yeah.
That girl dropped the biggest bag I've ever heard in my goddamn life. Girl, are you crazy? You think I would be dealing with a 60-year-old man that he left me with a 3-year-old child? And I'm these women are
breathe.
You could have just muted her.
No, that we gotta breathe. I really do this. I know this is chaos.
Can you put it back?
I'm bringing actually give us a let breathe. In regards to Al Raj Curry, I talked about him and his death. That was mysterious. I'm sorry, not mysterious. That was unfortunate, and his child's not 3. The baby's 2 years old because it was born in 2002. All right, I'm gonna bring it back up now. Breathe.
Hello,
now.
people.
All right, breathe. All right. To speak on Al Raj Curry, he has a 2-year son.
Sir, I don't know nobody's name. I don't know nobody's name. No, I don't know about nobody's name. All I'm talking about, as far as the young woman is concerned, I will never marry an old man that has nothing. That's like walking into dating a goddamn Pookie. You have nothing.
Now,
the
funny thing with Al-Raj Curry, y'all.
I don't know that man's name. I don't know that man's name. So I'm not speaking on him.
Let me explain. When he died in the end of November, right? That there was some
chaos. I can't talk about that man. I don't know that man.
Okay, can I please? Jesus Christ.
But no, chaos. You're talking about somebody I don't know.
Stop. Please stop. 1 second, please. I just want to finish my thought. I know you want. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you go on. But let me say this: Al-Raj Curry, he died in November, right? I covered in December, the first or second week, wherever he died. I didn't know. His brother created a foundation or something to support his child.
A foundation?
Yeah, it's something that
or GoFundMe. A foundation ain't.
Well, where we call it? Well, I look at it as something that has to go to his child and his wife. But my biggest issue with all the books, all the things he has, you tell me this man did not prepare enough of that to know he wherever he was going for, he was going to die. That I find it really problematic.
I can't talk about nobody's family. I don't know nothing about nobody's family.
I mean,
all I know is young women. Chaos. I can't talk about nobody's family. All I know is young women. If young women are in their 20s, they're in their 30s, and they're in their early 40s, do not date no grown ass, old ass man. Talking about he's in his 50s, 60s, 70s. They are expired. They are hospice men. The men ain't got no goddamn money. How in the entire hell you talking about you dating this man, let alone you bring children for this man? Are you insane? Are you nuts? It's loserdom behavior. There's no way you that thirsty for a ring. I hope not.
All right. So what else you want to talk about, Avon? Cause
I mean, I think what I find interesting. I think that black men do have some points, but because you don't know how to express yourself well, I think it turns out bad. Like, what I really want to know is why y'all are so in love with the fathers that abandoned y'all. I just don't get that.
Oh, that's learned behavior. I think that's learned behavior. Why they think and move and think that way. I think it's a problematic thing that if your father's not involved, you want to know the real truth and try to find your father as your adult.
But so chaos, I have a question though.
But most of us don't really seek to find really in regards to find the other half from our other parents, since we've been raised by one parent. That's the job we should be doing, especially we've been raised by one parent most of our lives. We should do the work to try to figure it out so that we don't feel incomplete. Because when you're children and becoming adults and you only been around one parent, you're always gonna feel what would it feel like to know the other side of your
But Chaos, I have a question. Chaos, I have a quick question. If y'all don't mind, y'all don't have to answer. If you don't answer, just say move on. So Chaos, are you raised in a 2-parent household?
No, both my parents. They still married.
Okay. Ava, were you born in a 2-parent household?
Yeah.
Was I born in a 2-parent household? Yes. Eugene, were you born in a 2-parent household?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, before you continue, is any parents still married to today?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so your parents from Ava, and I know Nurse, can you talk about your father? So obviously he's gonna be still married.
That's why my parents don't. My parents don't.
I've been not hearing about no divorce for whatever reason. He better stay there. You know
okay, so real quick, the reason why I ask this is a extremely rare. Okay, so Chaos, are you black?
Of course I'm black. Yes.
Ava, are you black?
Yeah.
You can't
I'm black. I'm mixed with more black and more black and black. Eugene, are you black?
Yes.
See, I'm black.
We have 4 black.
She like don't do that.
No, I'm not. You really tried.
Look, you see why camera shine? Move my camera right back on here.
We have 4 black people that are not mixed of anything else, but we all are black. And all 4 of us come from 2-parent households. So now I wish you would have told me in the beginning. Now it wouldn't be so harsh. Coming from all of us having 2-parent households, I would actually have genuine conversations with you guys. because there's too many people on the internet that don't even come from a two-parent household. They run their goddamn mouth talking about a two-parent household. Well, my parents would tell me that these men should never ever talk. Their mouth should be on zip lip. They're losers and they're failures. So how in the hell we have so many people talking about for the Black community from a fucking group of failure shit? They always want to talk about marriage. A marriage that they're not in, a marriage that they never seen. I'm confused. What happened with that?
So you're saying that why would someone talk about marriage but never seen anything of any marriage?
Chaos. If I've never seen my parents married, if I've never seen my grandparents married, if I've never seen my great grandparents married, if I've never seen my aunts, uncles, and everybody around me fucking married, you think I give a goddamn about a damn marriage? I don't even give a damn about it now. Now I've seen everybody married around me.
Yeah, I know it's that.
Marriage is not a status, because it's not a status for me to throw away in somebody else's face and say, oh, look at me, I'm married. It's not a status because I'm married, meaning me by myself. Me and my husband's marriage is us two. That has no bearings to this goddamn community. The community is fucked up. It has nothing to do with marriage. Honestly, it does not. The fact that we do not support and make sure that our own children are safe, how are we talking about a goddamn marriage? Y'all let me know, what do you guys think about this community and what can save the community? Because every other day I'm talking about, they're talking about marriage.
I think saving is the wrong word. I think there are aspects of the community that we have to look at it differently, right? Like, I think that the Black man issue it needs to be solved by Black men. Whatever they see as the solution, we need to let them go do what they do. And they have to come back whole as men. So whatever their mother trauma is, their father trauma is, why they do what they do, they need to go with other men and figure that out. I think with the woman, as a Black woman, I think a big issue that isn't talked about enough is how poorly young Black girls are treated and how our community is so okay with it. They're so okay with the violence. Why is it that so many Black girls are sexually abused before they're 18? Why is it that so many like the whole thing about being fast? Why is a child fast because she wants her hair straight? Why are we like, why are we telling little girls to deal with pain if she's tender-headed? I just think that like Black women have too many issues as Black women we need to deal with. We cannot no longer be on Black male issues anymore. We can't do it anymore.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, let me say this. You talk about, Black men need to get with other Black men. Well, so far in these YouTube streets, we're seeing some of that. I mean, I've seen all Black male panels, getting together, trying to come up with solutions. That's just a start. But we do need to do that outside of these YouTube streets. Because if we're gonna rebuild our community, it's gonna start with us. Ironing out our problems, solving our problems, straightening ourselves out. I mean, we got to take our rightful place as leaders. And in order to do that, we need to straighten ourselves out.
Because I do think that Black women need to focus on Black women issues more. I think, especially when it comes to little girls, we really got to change some of this menage noir we have in the community. We really have to change the way in which we look at other Black women who we disagree with. We have to stop having these respectability politics. Who is worthy of different things. I've learned that I can drill on Black men to the end of time, but I really don't care because I'm not a Black man. But with Black women, I think there's a lot of progress as other Black women we need to do. And there's a lot of cultural practices that we really need to change.
Yes. And just like what I said about, seeing these all male panels, I'm also seeing all female panels, talking about how they could improve as well. And, the problems that, they're having.
Okay, see, I don't like this one. Household should be. I need the marriage. We're not at the marriage point. I need the marriage conversation to be secondary. The marriage conversation isn't changing anything. If a man is broke, we're not at the point where the average black man can have a family. We're not at that point. Marriage doesn't even need to be discussed.
Not at all. Not at all.
We don't even need to have the family structure. They're not even able to be the father in a position to be fathers right now. The conversation has to go to the basics. Until we can get enough people who are whole, we can't go with this being married, because being married does nothing if you don't respect marriage, if you aren't healthy and whole to be married.
Yeah, and even to add to that conversation, there is an aspect of, I don't know about anybody else's childhood. I was raised, I've gone to summer camps, I've gone to band camps. My parents have paid quite a bit, a couple of dollars for me. I am one child around these goddamn people. So if my parents have paid the dollars that they paid for my ass to be able to experience whatever the hell I've experienced, and that is before the passport rules. I had a passport since I was a fucking toddler. I literally had missing teeth in the goddamn passport photos. So if you mean to tell me I've been around people that are not high class, not middle class, who ain't got no goddamn money, and they've been able to afford me this type of lifestyle that I've experienced, my husband has a whole different type of lifestyle. He's actually come from people that actually have situations set up for them. But this is the type of conversations, and it's strange to me. We do not feel comfortable talking about marriage because we understand that both of us come from two different dynamics. That's not our main focus. The main focus should be, hey, do you even respect the other person? Do you even like the other person? And 9 out of 10 times, you actually don't like the person that you're quote unquote dating. For me, it feels like in strange dynamic where everybody wants to talk about a marriage. You're not at a point of marriage. You're not at a point of marriage financially. Again, we don't harp on the finance portion because you're not even there, babes. So when we even talk about the main basic point, you cannot afford basic fucking summer camp for your children. How the hell are you talking about a goddamn marriage? We go out at the minimum 4 times a fucking week. That's just to go out to eat. That's not a damn date. Folks want to argue about a little meal with somebody that they don't even know. They tell myself, "Oh, I can't spend $20." $20 when you're married, you don't spend $20 on a goddamn meal. How the fuck are you supposed to have children? Camp. When I was a child, I don't know how much my parents spent on camp. I was a kid. I didn't grow up from the lap of luxury, unlike my husband did. These people are talking about they coming from struggle. I didn't grow up from struggle. How in the hell would I marry a man that is broke in the goddamn struggle? It doesn't work, people. Stop talking about marriage. You don't have money. You don't have money for a regular ceremony. Where's the money? You cannot stay married. And then that's why a lot of the guys will be like, oh no, but black women, they apply for divorce over 50%. You keep talking about how you want this woman to struggle up underneath you. I can't struggle. I've never even struggled in my goddamn parents' house. How the fuck am I going to sign up to be struggling underneath your ass? I cannot struggle with hunger. I can't struggle with food. I can't struggle with lifestyle. I can't do it. What y'all want?
But I've never dated a man who didn't make good money.
So they want somebody broke. I'm confused.
I've never met you know what? And this might sound a crazy way. I've never asked a man how much money he's made.
Okay, cool. Because you already know what he does, so, or you just have.
But chaos.
But even when
what he does, because you know that the person's lifestyle is going to always accommodate you. The person will never be like, "Oh yeah, you want to do 50-50?" Bitch, what the fuck is this?
But I mean, but even when I go out on a date, I remember this man was asking me what I did, and I was really upset about it. And I was like, why are you asking me so much of my business? Like, I don't even understand why you ask me how much I make. You won't be spending the money.
Well, it looks like almost at the certain hour point, and Dr. Steele kind of high to out here. I get it. Any closing remarks, Nurse?
Hold on, what happened to Eugene?
I don't know, but you have any closing remarks, Nurse?
My closing remarks is I would love for 2023. I love my people to be let loose of the goddamn relationship conversation. Let it go. The marriage conversations, let it go. We ain't even nowhere near the goddamn numbers that we should be quote unquote having. Let the shit go. You cannot be married. You're not married. Let it go. Just talk about where you are in life. And where you are in life is quite exciting. Where you are in life is you're experiencing whatever version of life it is. Because at the end of the day, too, I get this strange feeling when I'm listening to people talk. They feel as if though they know that. Listen, none of us know the actual final destination of anybody. I don't know where the hell my final destination is. I don't know what. If I don't even know my own goddamn final destination, you think I know what the hell Ava or Chaos is? I have no clue. The only person's life I give a damn about, I ain't gonna hold it, is mine. So hopefully I end up wherever the hell I want to end up at. And I know that most of y'all want to sit up here and throw y'all dollars at a damn marriage. Nothing is freaking guaranteed, folks. You do what is best for you and whatever that looks like. And hopefully you end up wherever it is that you think that you're going to end up at. But stop it. I think that this community, banking on marriage to solve the problem, this community is far beyond that. Because at the end of the day, forget a marriage license, forget a wedding ring. I'm afraid of 99% of the men that walks around me. Y'all are deranged. I'm scared of y'all. Y'all go online 24/7 somehow people should be afraid of y'all because y'all don't see dark-skinned women as people. Y'all don't see black women as people. I'm scared of you. That's my response.
All right. Thank you, Nurse.
But no,
Appreciate it.
Chaos, do you have anything to say as far as a dark-skinned woman saying that she's afraid of y'all?
No, but we will talk soon. All right. Good night, Nurse.
Chaos, you don't think that's a problem?
No, good night now. Good night. Good night. Mr. Dr. Steele, you have any closing remarks?
You know, one thing I want to say about this whole thing, you know, it's going to start with us as Black men. Getting with other Black men, to brainstorm solutions about how we're going to straighten up our lives. I know that's starting in YouTube already, where you see panels of Black men, talking with each other about how we could come up with solutions. I was part of these panels. But here's another side of the story. We do have some Black men who did, straighten up. They're on their purpose and everything, but we still have Black women even going down on us as well. And I think that was part of the reason why, we got some Black men who becoming passport bros now. I'm not a passport bro. I still believe there are good Black women in this country. Okay? So what I try to do is just try to stay on my purpose and everything like that and stay straightened up. But yeah, there are a lot of Black men, who do need to straighten up. That's all I gotta say.
So are you saying that there are Black men that are doing better, but they are not getting recognized for doing better?
This
exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay. That's good. All right, Dr. Steele. Appreciate it. Hope to hear you or see you on the next live stream. All right, brother?
All right. Thank you.
Now, Ava, any closing remarks as you get your tongue ready?
I'm really for this passport movement. I think any man that wants to get his passport and permanently leave the United States, I am here for. We can set up a GoFundMe to make sure everyone goes. as far as the community goes, I think we're just going to have two different communities, and it's unfortunate it has to be this way, but I think it's beyond repair. I don't see the coming together, and I think really like George Floyd is the last time all of us will probably be connected, and it is what it is. Like, there's too much animosity. There's too much imbalance. I, as a Black woman, wish other Black women success. For 2023, I can't be arguing about Black men. I got to move on.
Okay, well, you don't have Black man problems anyway, so
I don't have Black. I've never had Black men.
You got to ease. Look, you're humble. I could tell your energy, so you don't have to worry about these things. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting no high blood pressure. You don't have to get your headaches and all this stuff. So you're good.
I don't have time for it. No, I don't. I've generally had great times with Black men, but I generally have always dated Black men that make a certain type of income, come from a certain type of lifestyle. I really haven't had a problem with Black men, but it's a shame that those Black men.
Are these like older Black men or like in your age?
No,
range?
I've dated Black men in their 30s. I've dated Black men in their 40s. I really don't.
Okay.
I've dated Black men younger than me that have made good money. I'm not somebody like, oh, he's a plumber. Like, listen, as long as you own a plumbing company, we could do it. Ain't nothing wrong.
Okay. Cool. All right. Ava, hope to see you in future streams. Don't be a stranger. All right. Thank you.
All right.
Cool. All right. And that's it. Wait, hold on. Nurse, you there? Because I see you. I'm trying to shut it down. Yeah, everything.
Where's Ava?
She's around. Don't worry. Just sit
All
there.
right. Let me know.
All right, guys. That's it for today's stream. Yeah, I might have to catch back the replay on this one. If y'all miss it. As you know, in regards to marriage, there's no sure recipe that if you get married, you're gonna stay married, unfortunately. Don't be fooled. In life, there's lessons to everything. I'm hoping that what y'all heard, y'all learn from it, young Black men or men that's 30s and up. Noticing that if you decide to take a wife, whether in America or abroad, you always gotta know what you're getting into. If that's anything else you have not learned, learn that and move forward. If you're new to the Chaos Rain channel, please hit the red button and the top notification bell for uploads here on the Chaos Rain channel. Also, follow me on Twitter at ChaosRain7 and add me on Facebook, Eric Rain on Facebook. And I see you there, Juju. Don't be discouraged, Juju. I could see you doing your thing. As you know, many things, Juju, because you're a woman in your 30s. I mean, the sky's the limit for you. You do the things that is respectful to become a wife or even beyond. Keep doing your thing, sis. And also, join the Discord servers of the Chaos Rain channel. That's in the About section of Chaos Rain. Those are links. Those are the ways to follow me. That is it. Thank you for listening or watching. Until next time, the Chaos Rain.